Where do I start? That was a perfect performance from Arsenal, wasn't it? I wish I could say that. Unfortunately, I can't. You can see above my head, Fulham 2, Arsenal 1. Honestly, where do I start? What do I say? These last 5 games, including Fulham, in which we have 1 win from 5, it's a terrible time. I know Timber, he puts a lot of the biblical scriptures and stuff on Twitter. We need to all pray harder because, God is not blessing us at this moment in time. But hey, like, what can I say? First things first, you got to be gracious in defeat. Congratulations to Fulham. From Marco Silva to all of those players, the very fact that we didn't even get Calvin Bassey, who I thought was the one weak spot in their team, is a shambles. Credit to Fulham. They were structured defensively. The only error they made is obviously we hit them on the break and scored initially. That's the only thing they've done wrong. They fought. They were energized. They won their 1v1 battles. They were very good at transitioning defense into midfield. And ultimately up front, they had a great reaction, especially after Saka scored. And in fact, how they started the game, really, they're exploiting the space left between White and Kirill in particular in wide areas. Big up Fulham, and if we have to lose to anyone, they've got 3 former Arsenal players there. We'll have that. But yeah, credit to Fulham. From my perspective, disappointed from several reasons, man. I don't know where I start. Points from winning positions. Sorry, this has now happened against Spurs, against Chelsea, obviously today, and there might have been a few other occasions. So you're dropping points. The good thing is, we're on 40 points. We're still in and around the mix. Obviously, it's going to fluctuate, but this is why you have to be wary of drawing conclusions in December about who is going to be doing things and who isn't. People said City are falling off. Where are they in the table? Go and look at it. People said Arsenal are going to run away with things. Where are we in the table? People said Spurs are going to be in trouble with injuries, which they were at a point. Where are they? Newcastle is not far off. Aston Villa not going far away. Chelsea, for example, are creeping up on Man United. So the only thing we can do in life is forgive ourselves for the past and go forward. That being said, I never like to accept defeat. Nobody likes to accept defeat. But defeat in life and in football is necessary. As long as you can say you applied yourself and you did everything you could and the better team won and they were just better, which they were, fair enough. But we defeated ourselves. We cheated ourselves. This is the second time this season where we've been truly comprehensively beat. And in my opinion, first time in the league. You look at West Ham in the League Cup and obviously today, losing is losing. I'm not going to sit there and go, but that was a better defeat. That was a this, that was a that. It's all about points on the board, but very different defeats. What we suffered against, to a degree, West Ham, Newcastle and Aston Villa than what we faced today, really. We was nothing. Saka scored, atrocious. Martinelli, better performance, not good enough. I thought Odegaard was one of the better players, disappeared. Havertz going through the motions, wasn't bad. Eddie and Nketiah not really offering anything. Jesus the same when he came on, really. And I think the gaffer has to take responsibility. Obviously, Tomiyasu came on. He ain't got 90 minutes in him. Kirill don't look like it. I'll always support anyone that plays for Arsenal. And it's not just a Kirill thing, but he looks like he's uncomfortable. When he inverts, he's not bringing nothing. When he defends, he's not aware of the spaces. He looks like, he behaves like, I'm not going to lie, you would think that's, if you didn't look at his face and clock his age, you wouldn't think that's a Polish international that's played in Italy. He looks like he's just come out of the academy. He's overruled by the situation. So yeah, man, it was horrible from us. I don't think we understand fine margins. We're at that point now. If you want to fight for a league title, it's about the fine margins. Not good enough for being good for 10 minutes and then sitting off, or being the better team for 90 minutes if you haven't scored. Defensively, we are slipping back into our old habits again. Both goals shambolic. The first one, obviously, Saka has lost it. We're caught on the transition. Benjamin White's caught. Rice is caught. Gabriel and Havertz have tried to cover. It's not to happen. Kirill's gone to sleep. I don't think it's Raya's fault, but his positioning isn't the best. The second goal, it's an unnecessary corner, let alone the defending from that. Football is decided in both ends. We're not scoring or creating chances really significantly. And I mean, of late, we've been creating, but today there was nothing really. Nketiah had a shot. Saka done some stupid ass volley from close range. Declan Rice tried to be a hero and probably knocked out a pigeon on Fulham's high road. Not apart from that, what really happened? Martinelli's shot was parried by Leno. Obviously, Saka put in the back of the net. That was it. Didn't ask any questions of their defense. They won their 1v1 battles. We didn't put them under any real pressure. Defensively, went to sleep. And as I said, I don't think Havertz was the worst on the pitch. I don't think Odegaard was, and I don't think Rice is. And I don't know what it is, but it feels like something's missing in that midfield. Games like this where we need someone to control the tempo and really get on the ball, we haven't got. Obviously, up front, we haven't, our knives are blunt. We haven't got strikers. Defensively, we're creeping into bad habits. Saliba today, first half, nonchalance from him. Second half, fell off a cliff. The whole team showed a lack of discipline, immaturity. There was far too much shape, even before we're chasing the game. Far too much space in our shape. It's horrible from us. It was horrible. There's no positives to take from today. apart from Bobby Reed scoring Jamaica one at the end of the day, really. And I mean, Saka technically scored. We're leaving with something, but the squad isn't, the squad isn't strong enough in terms of depth. Midfield, there's issues. Defense, especially at fullback, highlighted in a game like this today. There's serious issues. Up front, there's issues. But I think in terms of mentality, I do think we've changed our mentality. But that is if you look on the guise of where Arteta has taken this team when he walked in. If you're looking at Premier League, you need to be a different beast. And I don't feel we're hungry enough. I don't feel we've got that grit in us. I feel the players, the same old players that are head and shoulders above their teammates, they're dropping now because the rest of the team is not on that really and truly. We've got too many players that the conditions have to be perfect for them. We've got too many players that are on it for 4 or 5 games. We haven't got enough strong, lion-hearted players. And I'm not trying to criticize them. A lot of them are good players. Some of them are just not cut up to task to win a league title. We have to lick our wounds and go again. There's nothing else really and truly. I think the manager with the changes and what, obviously your hands forced with injuries, but with the changes and what we've not done in August, indirectly, every game that this happens becomes our fault. The players have all let yourselves down today. Every one of you, even the ones that I think were better, all let yourselves down, really. We deserve to lose today. Credit to Fulham. They did everything that I'm sure Mikel Arteta demanded of his players, and I'm sure their players did everything that our players didn't. They won their individual battles. They defended like dogs. They attacked like dogs. Not a single player was passing on responsibility to their teammates. They all stood up to be counted, something we did not do today. And I don't know what it is. We got the goal and we had a lot of the ball and we got the goal and then we calmed down. Fulham hit back. And to be honest, you knew the goal was coming. You knew they were going to score. That's where I'm looking at my players to wake up. Way before the first goal's gone in, alarm bells should wake up, really. And it weren't there. We deserve to lose. Simple as that. Like, we deserve to lose. We deserve nothing from that. It's a spoiler of an end of 2023. As I said, these last 5 games in particular are horrible. Our performances in the London derbies have been quite horrible. And we just have to go again. You've got Liverpool in the FA Cup. Simple as that. You need to, even if you lose that, it needs to be a much better performance than I saw at Craven Cottage. Again, we're struggling in London derbies. I think our next game at home in the league is Crystal Palace, and I'm sure they're going to want revenge. Big up to Fulham for taking, 4 points off us. 5 points, sorry. No, my maths is poor. 4 points off us because they beat us, and obviously we drew at the Emirates. So what more can I say? There's no positives to take, man. Like, I feel worse than how I felt against West Ham, and fundamentally their losses. As I said, if we're looking at league tables, you need to win the games you need to win. I'm not asking you lot to win every game. We are going to make mistakes. We are going to lose games. Balls are going to get lost on the transition. These are football, and this is football, and these are occupational hazards. But it weren't good enough. It weren't good enough. It weren't. You didn't make it difficult for Fulham at all. Take nothing away from Fulham, even down to how they were time wasting, the tactical fouls, and when the manager's making subs. Everyone connected to Fulham did better than their Arsenal counterparts. It's as simple as that. So credit to Fulham. For Arsenal, a lot of you need to do some soul searching. Forgive yourselves for today. Forgive yourselves for the games that are going. But anyone that don't want to stand up to be counted, tell the manager and F off. Because forget winning about leagues. The name of the game is to be competitive. If you can tell me that was a competitive performance from Arsenal Football Club, you're an effing liar. You're an effing liar. We've got cannons on our crest. We're meant to be the Gunners and we're pulling up blanks, We have to keep going. We knew this was happening. It feels like the juice has kind of left us. Them last-minute winners against Luton and Brentford, the last-minute equaliser against Chelsea. Seems like that's kind of gone. The attacking play is a bit predictable. It is a bit bewildering that we're taking off 2 players and then we want to start crossing. I do like the fact that we're patient in our build-up play, but it does become a bit scripted. When you add that in and teams kind of finding us out to just general naiveties throughout the team, it's a negative cocktail, really and truly. And it leads to games like this. So, yeah, credit to Fulham. Ultimately, we didn't get 3 points, and we lost points from winning position, which is more difficult. Them lot down the road won as well, and them lot Chelsea fans won as well. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, there's very few things more important than football in life, and life is one of them. So yeah, man, before I get out of here, thank you very much for watching the video. Appreciative for you lot who have been supporting me throughout 2023. Hopefully 2024 can be bigger and better for all of us, including the football club. Let me know your thoughts. If you haven't hit the sub button, turn on your notification bell, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Happy New Year once again in advance. Make sure you stay safe. Make sure you stay blessed. I hope you and your loved ones have great health and whatever you lot desire from this world and universe in 2024. I hope your dreams come true. That's all I've got to say. One love.
Always just that accurate red back. Defending, I think, like.